Damn Dog, the infamous 253, joined by my dad, and on the speakerphone our good friend Jeremy Bryant. And today is the 10-year anniversary of one of the greatest games and greatest plays, well, a few great plays in Seahawks history. It is the 10-year anniversary of the 2013 NFC Championship between the Seahawks and the 49ers, the game that sent us to Super Bowl 48. Dad, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Sam. Thank you for calling me, man. I appreciate this, bud.
Yeah, because, not only do we remember this game, not only do we remember it because we were there. That game...
Man, we were right there. Like,
yeah!
Man, I felt like we were on the field. We were so close.
Yeah.
Man,
You know, Jeremy, I was thinking when we talk about this game, we should go from the first quarter on because there were memories throughout, as you do recall.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It did not start out pretty.
Sam, you remember this better than me, but am I correct? Did Russell Wilson fumble the first play of the game?
Yeah,
Yes!
Alden Smith stripped Russell Wilson on the first play of the game, and our defense, thank God for the defense holding them to that first field goal to start the game off, which they started out 3-0, and then they later on got a touchdown, and then the best we could later pull up in that game was a Stephen Hauschka field goal, and we're down 10-3 at the half.
Okay.
Before McLemore took the stage.
Yes. I just remember being an absolute nervous wreck the
Yes.
entire game.
Oh yeah.
It was so intense. We were playing from behind. Hey, guys, remember when Pete took that timeout? They were going to kick the field goal.
No. We haven't got to that part yet.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet because then we tied the game with a Marshawn Lynch touchdown later in the second quarter. And then they got an Anquan Bolden touchdown. And then we got held to a field goal and we got a stop. And then we went on the drive. And then we were going to send Hauschka to kick the field goal. And we were down 17-13. And Pete calls a timeout. And you go on here on.
I got to tell you, Jeremy, at that moment, I don't know if you guys noticed this. So when they came out of that timeout and they were going to go for it, it was like 4th and 5 or something like that. And I just told Tracy, I said, I can't even look. I stuck my head down. I stuck my head down. I said, I got to wait to hear the crowd. And all of a sudden, I hear this cheer. And I said, what happened? What happened? We scored a touchdown.
I remember that play.
I had to see it on the repeat on the screen.
Oh, yeah. And that was the 4th and 7 play to Jermaine, the infamous 4th and 7. Russell does the hard count, and then he throws a rainbow pass, throws it right on the number in the chest and hands of Jermaine Kearse with a guy on him in coverage and catches it, and we score a touchdown on a free play to take a 20-17 lead on the 49ers.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, Sam! You guys, can you just imagine? First of all, it's so incredible to be at the game, right? And I'll never take that back. But when you're there, right, you don't get the live commentary, so you don't know. Sometimes, like when there's a penalty or a timeout, you're not getting the commentaries. You don't know what's going on. And I just remember being like, it's just chaos, but you're happy and then you're sad and man, it's just I'm just so happy and fortunate that I got to be there with you guys.
Oh yeah.
It's just one of the greatest moments of my life.
Oh, it was
especially the crazy moment you and me had on that play, Jeremy.
I'm telling you, man. Oh my gosh. I miss those days so much, and I just hope we can get back to them again.
Yeah.
At some point, but man, I'm just so grateful, Sam, that you have such a good memory.
Yeah.
And I get caught up in busy life and business, and I didn't even realize it was the 10th anniversary. I can't believe it's already been 10 years.
Yeah, I'll never forget that crazy moment we had when Wilson hit Kearse on that touchdown, man.
Yeah.
It was.
That, and then just like Beastquake, man, I just remember picking you guys up, and oh my gosh, I didn't know I was that strong, but you get so excited.
Jeremy, the thing I remember the most, and I got to say a couple things. I am so sick and tired of Russell got us a Super Bowl. Now let me just say it on air here. Bullshit.
Yes.
That was that pass to Kearse. I'm not going to take that away, but we had 3 consecutive defensive stops.
Averill stripped Colin Kaepernick on that first one, which then, of course, that ended up happening to become the after that touchdown to Kearse, Averill gets a strip sack on Kaepernick, And then, of course, the infamous Navarro Bowman part happens.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Bowman takes that crucial injury. It looked like he had the ball. I cannot believe they didn't call that a turnover on us. But what I would, and then we decided to go for it on fourth down, which I would say we should have taken the field goal, right then and there. And then we didn't get that fourth down anyway. Lynch fumbles it on the handoff, and thankfully we get that stop right there. I mean, they don't take it all the way up for a touchdown to retake the lead, and then the next crucial stop after that whole scenario happened was when Kaepernick makes a throw trying to go to Anquan Bolden, and Cam Chancellor jumps up and intercepts it.
Yes.
The Chancellor interception was the second big one.
And we must have got a field goal off.
We got a house kick field goal, which made it 23 to 17. Which, if we had decided to kick a field goal after the Navarro Bowman fiasco, we could have been up by 9 points instead of 6.
But then they go on that last drive. I got to just tell you this. So Tracy and I mean, that my gut was just bleeding during that drive.
Yeah.
And all I could think about, lose by 1, win by 6. Lose by 1, win by 6. And then we're coming down, and then comes the pass.
Yeah, it all came down to freaking. They converted a 4th and 2 to Frank Gore on a dump off pass to Frank Gore. He hits Crabtree on a play, hits Vernon Davis to set up first down, and then the play of all plays, which is the thumbnail of this video and this live stream. The greatest.
Don't you remember? Did this seem like the ball was in the air for like an hour?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I felt like the ball was coming right at us.
Yes.
Yeah, in the left corner.
My God.
Our left.
I could have reached out and tipped it, I just like, man, I can't remember. You guys, I don't know if you even know this, but, I'm not in the best shape, right? I screamed so incredibly hard that my entire upper torso became a cramp. Like the whole
The tip.
And later, I was leaving the stadium after all the pandemonium, and I had to lay down just literally in one of the aisles, and I was trying to stretch my sides out.
No kidding.
Hard. And people came over, they're like, "Are you okay, sir?" And I'm like, "I just got a cramp in my left belly." Like
Wow.
It was so crazy. I literally had to get help because I don't think I could possibly have screamed any harder. And it was just, what an incredible feeling, man.
Yeah.
No, that was.
Kaepernick takes the shot at Crabtree with a one-on-one on Richard Sherman. Sherman tips it up. Malcolm Smith chased the fade route down and picked it off, and that was the moment. That was the moment right there. The marquee moment.
But don't forget, then there was the yellow flag on the field.
Yeah.
I think Sherman got caught for like a taunting or something like that.
Yeah.
What an awesome and incredible memory. But every time when I think about that game and I think about credit, man, the Legion of Boom, 3 consecutive defensive stops to save that game. And Richard's tip is just the kind of that was the icing on the absolute cake to bring it home. That's a memory I'll never forget.
Oh yeah,
Oh
never.
yeah, and you guys remember? I mean, just that final drive. It's just like as great as they were, and all those crucial stops. But just that final drive, it's just like Kaepernick. It's like he had blood in the water. He just kept coming, and it was like, God dang it, stop it! And then the run out of time. Yeah. I just remember being so nervous and then so happy. And oh man, another thing too. Just think about, if you guys really think about the world and the life that we're in right now. Like, there's not anything other than that kind of moment that brings an entire region together at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, there's 70,000 people there. But imagine all the millions of people watching from Alaska to Idaho to all those people are Seahawks fans, and all those people all happy at the same time. Like, I mean, it's just, what an incredible feeling, man.
Yeah. I agree with that. It's so galvanizing, and it's just a shame. Think how we all come together, as people watching a football game, right? Why can't it just be that way through life,
Oh, no, you're right. I think about a moment like that. You got Crips that are hugging bloods. You got everyone is just happy and everyone's together at that moment. Like, it's just such a good time, and that those moments. I mean, the 95 slide. I mean, all that. That's what got me to go work for the Mariners. Literally,
Yeah.
just that. There's those the two big ones at the Seahawks, and the Mariners stuff. I mean, that's life-changing events,
Yeah.
man.
And we also gotta relive the call that Steve Rabel did and freaking Warren Moon scream in the background on the play. I got it up really quick on a share screen. Let's play that and relive it.
Brooks fires near side, going for the end zone. Bowles picks up that noise. Is it picked up? Is it picked off? It is. It's picked up in the end zone.
My God.
The Seahawks intercept in the end zone.
I get chills every time I hear this call.
Malcolm Smith picks it off in the end zone. Intended in the far corner. The Seahawks are going to run this baby down. We are going to New Jersey. Holy smoke! The defense does it again.
Yeah, 3.
Oh my gosh, man! You guys are gonna make me cry right here.
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Tracy and I, Jeremy, this was so funny.
Yeah.
In your Super Bowl party, remember this time some guy says, hey, when all of a sudden at the end, you can get these videos, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Some guy goes, I never paid much attention to that advertisement before,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to go buy this stuff. I went and bought that CD, that whole playoff run. Yeah, Tracy and I, we every once in a while we'll take some time out and we'll relive the Saints game, the San Francisco game, go right to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And speaking of which, Jeremy, in 2 weeks from now, on February 2nd, we're going to be doing this again for the 10-year anniversary of that incredible Super Bowl.
Okay, man, I'll be happy. And if you want, I'll grab Kenny and a couple of
Oh, yeah.
Please do.
And
I feel like we should try to get. I feel like we should try to get the guys together though, like maybe here at my dad's house in Gig Harbor, or maybe we can try to get somewhere. But we gotta have Wi-Fi, and I gotta have my computer going so we can have us all on the same screen, so we could do a talk about that incredible night all together to reminisce on that, just like we're doing now with that tip. And also, we cannot forget the part about what we didn't get to see on TV afterwards when Richard Sherman just flat out destroyed Michael Crabtree on national TV. I'm the best corner in the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the results you're going to get.
Damn, my wife has a lot of family that they're all from Northern California, and they were calling me right after that interview. That's what I was talking about earlier. We didn't get to see it or hear it until afterwards, right? Because we were at the game, right?
Yeah.
And they're calling me saying, Richard Sherman's a piece of crap, and I can't believe and they're being all mad at me. I didn't even know. I just thought they were mad about the tip, but they were mad about the interview part, that I hadn't seen till later. But, man.
Crabtree should have never stirred the pot. Crabtree should never stir the pot on Twitter.
You know the thing about that, though, and it's a level of intensity. Richard, in that moment, he was playing a game. It was the intensity. You're in a super high intense mode, and then someone's talking to you and asking you a question. You're not going to respond like you would if you're calm sitting on a beach. You know what I'm saying? That's That's warrior mode right there.
And then he actually tried to reach. Remember, he tried to reach out and shake his hand and say, "Good job."
And Crabtree was butthurt. He said hell of a game, and Crabtree just shoved him up. He was butthurt. Crabtree really should have gotten a flag there, but. It's like Crabtree stirred up some stuff on Twitter. If you hear the stories behind it with Richard Sherman, and at the end of the day, Richard Sherman just had the final laugh, and he did it in true fashion when Aaron Andrews interviewed him afterwards.
You know what's really kind of cool if you think about it? Richard Sherman goes on TV and is part of the commentary group after the game, right? You don't hear about Michael Crabtree at all.
No. Never heard about him again.
No, that was his moment in the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Man, you guys, how fun is this just to relive all that stuff?
I know. It almost brings you back to the day, doesn't it?
Oh man, I almost I just think about picking all the guys up in the fan van, and all the pregame stuff, and gosh, just firing up on all those 49er fans outside the stadium and just getting in their face. Man, it's such an experience. I just remember, being after a game like that, I feel exhausted for like 3 days. Like it takes a lot out of you, like screaming and standing can't sit down. Get up. Get on your feet.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Young me was pretty energetic. I'll tell you what else was crazy about after that game, and this isn't a shot at any 49er fans, but we didn't hear from 49er fans again until 2019 after that, especially when they opened up Levi Stadium, and Levi Stadium was looking like most 49er games were looking like a bunch of high school games with like high school crowds. They're like high school games. Right. I mean, it wasn't until they got good again in 2019 that people started going to Levi Stadium after that. And that year, that was the last year at Candlestick Park, pretty much, because 2013 was the final year at Candlestick.
Right.
And we denied them any chance of bringing that 6-1 back and pretty much solidified, ownership over them because, sure they beat us in a wild card game, but people forget the game we beat them in was the one that game the Niners beat us in didn't decide who got to go to the Super Bowl. The game we beat them in 2013, which is the anniversary of the night, decided who got to go to the Super Bowl.
This is kind of not to change the subject but I was thinking about as we were talking, thinking about just having the memories together and things we can share. Yeah. That's the most important thing in life. I think about when you're at that game, there were a lot of 49ers fans there too.
Yeah.
That means that there were some Seahawk quote season ticket holders that sold some seats.
Yeah.
And you know what? Looking back on that memory, I would say this honestly, I wouldn't take 20 grand for that ticket that day because 20 grand it would go bye-bye, right? But what we have together for the rest of our lives, reliving those moments, the time together, the memories, the relationships, those are the things that matter most. And I take it as one of my, as far as sporting events go, it'll be one of my all-time greatest memories, just being there at that game with you guys in those moments. It was awesome. Awesome.
And think about it. Think about every Sunday. Every Sunday, you guys remember? I mean, not to change the game or the subject, but remember the snowball, the Green Bay game?
Oh yeah.
No, that wasn't the Green Bay. That was the Jets. That was the Jets game. That was the Jets in my sophomore year of high school. I remember it was just. And then that's right.
Remember, there's 1,000 people throwing snowballs, and then Kenny got arrested for throwing snowballs. Remember
yeah.
That? Oh man.
Oh God.
Well, they kicked me and Sam and Matt out.
Yeah, they did. They kicked us out. That was the only time, and that's why I was like, okay, lesson learned. Don't throw snow at a snow game anymore. And
what happened? Sam was down there. He threw a snowball.
Someone threw a snowball at me,
and so Sam threw a snowball at me. So what's your natural reaction? I'm gonna go down and pick one and throw it. Well, the guy saw him. He goes, "You guys out of here." I said, "Wait, my son threw a snowball at me and just returned fire."
Oh God.
They kicked us out.
I'm his dad. Yeah.
But
you guys, I'm telling you, just all those years, just couldn't wait to get to the game and what is just an experience. And if you guys remember, we have such a big family. Me personally, and we know so many people. I don't know how many seats are in our row, but by the end of the game, there's like 12 extra people in our section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for you guys for just being cool about that.
Oh, that was fun.
And the trophy presentation, just all the hype. I remember that was an incredible night. Just going by the tunnel, pumping guys up, seeing the extra celebrities that came. And I remember I actually talked to Commissioner Roger Goodell before the game too.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember Dr. Dre was on the field too, and that's what else I remember too. Just trying to holler at Dr. Dre and just getting our boys fired up for war. And man, just 10 years from now, it's like that's like you remember where you were. I mean, most people say they were on the couch of the TV. We literally lived it. We lived it.
We were there, and I am so grateful. And out of all 70,000 people, I got to be next to Sam Dog,
and my dad.
What a blessing, man. I'm serious, man.
And I got to be next to you, Jeremy. I got to be next to you, my dad, and then I even on my social media, the memory came up the day of that video we did on my Instagram. We were celebrating at the end, we were saying, "We're coming for you, Peyton Manning." Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But that will come in 2 weeks from now when we get ready for the official 10th anniversary of Super Bowl 48, which will be February 2nd. Right now, like we mentioned, this was the 10-year anniversary of Sherman's Tip, and that was such a legendary night. And I will never forget it, especially be with you guys.
Please call me back on the next one. I love reliving game.
Oh,
The miracle
with
comeback.
The catch. Oh, that was in our end zone as well. If you think about it, most of the great plays were in our end zone, man. And that was,
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you know, it's, when you say we were there, we were literally there, right? We were what 30 yards from where we were sitting to where Richard tipped that ball. Not even, maybe 30, 25.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah. The great thing about those seats, you could always tell whether field goal was going to be center, right, or left.
Yep.
Yep. You can see it. You can feel it, man.
Oh man, I miss.
You guys are the best, bro.
Oh yeah.
I gotta sign out and get back to work. But you guys, thank you so much for letting me be part of this. I'm telling you, it's an honor and a privilege, and I love both you guys.
I love you too, Jeremy.
Cannot wait to keep this going, Sam. You're so good at remembering these things. I'm telling you.
If you can get February 2nd off, and we could try to find a way to get the guys together so we could do a live video at wherever we want to plan it for February 2nd, keep me and my dad in the loop, because that will be awesome to do. But anyway, we'll let you get back to work, and I just appreciate you taking the time to come on through the power of speakerphone right below my microphone to get on this special anniversary stream of Sherman's tip that sent us to Super Bowl 48.
Man,
love you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Love you,
thank you, guys. Love you guys, and we'll be in touch, all right?
All righty, man. Take care.
Okay, see you guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, so make sure you guys drop your favorite memories from that night down in the comments below once this is uploaded. And me and my dad, we're going to sign on out here, get ready to eat some pork chops for dinner. But 10 years ago, what a legendary night and a legendary game in Seahawks history. And we will catch you guys later.